Chinuch is to give a derech. And the world today, both in English and in Hebrew, has confused Chinuch with pedagogy. Pedagogy is discipline. Chinuch is not a discipline. Chinuch is a way of life.
As an undergraduate, I dabbled in many different areas, including the sciences and other areas as well. But I always had an inclination towards chinuch. I happen to like people. I'm a people person by nature. And I felt if I could have influence on young people, that would be a tremendous accomplishment and a very significant contribution to Jewish life.
Rabbi David learned in the kollel. He was a Metzuyan Gadol in the kollel, and he was extremely successful in chinuch in Toronto. And in Providence, Shmoy Harlach Lefanav, he was always very successful, and now he's even more successful than he was in America.
He's all about Talmud Torah and the power and the incredible enthusiasm for doing it, and it's a tremendous inspiration for everybody in Yeshiva.
I think the most unique aspect of Rabbi David is that while he's a Torah scholar, a Talmid Chacham, he's very much down to earth. You can connect with him, you can talk to him, you can have a kesher with him, you can relate to him. He knows every Talmud and he makes everybody feel one of a kind.
The second I introduced myself, he was just so warm and kind that all my nerves went away.
My whole life, basically, since I was 15 years old and I first met him, I've always been taken by Rabbi David's unbelievable diligence. He's always learning, he's always involved, he's kulo Torah, he's just thinking about Torah all the time.
He received the Masorah from his Rebbeim, from Rabbi Soloveitchik and from Rabbi Nissan Alpert. And I think he sees himself as trying to pass on that Masorah.
He used to imbue us in high school and talk about stories about Rabbi Soloveitchik.
His respect and reverence really for his previous generations is tremendous, and his excitement in their Torah and their wisdom and their teachings is unparalleled.
The amount of knowledge that he has, and I guess that he passes on his Talmidim, it's not just the knowledge, not just knowing everything, but also that he lives it. He lives, eats and breathes Torah, and that he passes that fact on to his Talmidim.
We asked Rabbi David if we could start a shul together, and that's the shul that we're in now. And he said if we have 20 families, he'd be more than happy to start the shul. So that's what we did.
And we feel very fortunate that we have Rabbi David as a person we can turn to when we have questions, be they halachic or hashkafic, and to speak with a person who's very grounded in this world.
It's been fascinating for us and great, an unbelievable experience to be able to develop a close relationship with Rabbi David.
And Rabbi David is a big Talmud Chacham, he's a Rosh Yeshiva, he's a huge Talmud Chacham, he's a thinker, he's a posek. He's also ish. There's an intensity and a fire, and when Rabbi David sings and when he davens, you feel this isn't just a cold thinker.
His genius lies almost, the genius lies in his ability to schmooze, to be a chaver while he's being a rav.
Chelchela Raisa. That speaks volumes about who Rabbi David is. Every ounce of his effort, every ounce of his being is devoted to Torah.
40 years of chinuch. Look at how much he's achieved. Tremendous amount of Talmidim, Torah, insights, Divrei Torah, Sfarim.
I think 40 years in Jewish education is a really fine start. But I think there's much more that awaits him, and there's much more that we need. The blessing that you give to an educator is the success of an educator is that his students understand not just the skills he's teaching, but the neshama and the vision of life that he imparts.
Ultimate success comes with that connection, with that bonding, with the ability that Talmidim should see you as a model, someone who cares about them.
Ken Yirbu K'moso B'Yisrael is almost a tefillah show. But let's hope there'll be a few like Avishai David to enrich the Torah community all over the world. That'll be the biggest bracha of all.